Like we've mentioned all week, scorching hot and humid conditions ahead as summer has officially started. Storm Team 44 meteorologist Gunnar Consel is tracking what you can expect so that you can stay safe. Gunnar?
Yeah, and right now we're looking at that hot weather continuing at least into early next week. There is a little bit of hope that this stubborn heat dome will finally break apart and we'll start to see the weather, kind of have shifts where we see highs and lows that are a lot more tolerable. Right now, we're dealing with some partly sunny skies. Even though it's not 5 o'clock yet, the festivities are ramping up out towards Owensboro as Friday after 5 is soon just to begin. You can see some of the grass out there is looking a little yellow, and that's because we're seeing very, very dry conditions. And the Ohio River is even looking a little low too. You can see a little bit more shoreline than usual. And that's to be expected with days upon days of 90+ heat, nothing but sunshine and very, very little rain. So drought development is likely. So if you're a farmer, you may want to take any precautions to kind of preserve water on your farm and maybe start upping up the waterings per day. And right now we're looking at temperatures around 93 in Evansville and Carmi. The coolest is Ridgeway at around 90. But as we go through the evening, temperatures are going to be very slow to drop. I know it's summertime, so this is to be expected, so it may seem like we're making a whole lot out of nothing. But the fact is that even though it does typically get this hot during the summer, during the day, the problem is that in recent years, we're starting to see the nights just get too warm that we don't see little relief. So even after sunset, even as we head into the overnight hours, temperatures are still in the 80s. This is the unusual part. And that's what increases the risk of heat-related illnesses, especially for those without adequate air conditioning. Because you can imagine overnight conditions, if the coldest it gets tonight is 73 and it's humid, there's no way that if you rely on windows being open that your house is going to get any cool. Now we got clear conditions though for tonight. We are going to be seeing a full strawberry moon. Now that's just the name of the full moon in June, so it's not going to be really looking at anything spectacularly. But we are going to be seeing 94 degrees tomorrow, mostly sunny, with the humidity included. At the heat of the day, it's going to feel like 100 degrees. So it's going to be very, very toasty. But there is hope that Sunday, even though we got a chance for storms, the storms could bring those temperatures down. And we could actually even be seeing the pattern breaking. So let's just take a look. Sunday, that risk for severe weather isn't that great, but here is where we are at right now. We got that heat dome keeping the heat in the east, and we got that mild weather out towards the west with all the rain happening pretty much in the Great Plains. Now, as we head towards Sunday into Wednesday, sure, the heat still is over the tri-state, but we start to see more rain activity. Rain chances are increased. And then as we head towards midweek next week, we see the jet stream shift to allow that heat to get pushed out towards the Great Plains. And the tri-state will be kind of in this battleground where we'll see some mild conditions, but there is a chance that we could still see the heat, but we'll at least be seeing days without 90 degrees straight. So just taking a look at that 7-day, you'll be able to see when that shift occurs. The heat dome keeps temperatures near 80 degrees at night, even into our Sunday. We could even see temperatures nearing 100 degrees on Tuesday. But then once we see that rain and that pattern shift, we start to see overnights back in the 60s and highs only in the 80s.